back to Rum Chats episode 28. I'm your host, Hanley. I'm here with YLA. I'm going to let him go ahead and introduce himself. So go ahead, let him know where you're from, let him know your name, let him know what's up, dude.
What's up, yo? It's YLA. I'm from the south of Ottawa. Been making music for about 2 years now. First time I went to the studios like 2 years ago. But just shed some light on my life, and what I do.
Right, and what inspired you to start making music?
Honestly, I was just surrounded by music. Everyone I was with, they have tracks, or either were making tracks or are like already like people who have made that name in Ottawa, So I was like, fuck it, and they're all telling me like, yo, man, do it, you're actually talented, because everyone, we're just chilling in the smoking up, whatever, doing whatever, and everyone's just freestyling, so all the time. So it started with freestyles, and then it just became like Blocka KD, bro. That guy has so many tracks, and I think he's like the most underrated Ottawa rapper. His name's Blocka KD. Honestly, chill with that guy, Bear. Haven't in a minute, but sick guy. Has good tracks.
And you said you record at the Cave. Who introduced you to the Cave?
Lido, actually.
Is he a rapper as well?
Yeah, Lido. He's from Ottawa. He's from the south. Same ends. Sick guy.
Okay. And how do you what's your? I'm trying to think of how to word it. What's your process when you're working on music? Do you write at the studio? Do you write at home?
So what happens is, right now what I'm doing is, usually I go on YouTube and I get a bunch of beats in the queue, and then I just freestyle on my voice memos, and then I just since the day I started, hold on, let me show you this. I have millions of just freestyles from November 21st, 2019. And so I just do freestyles, and then either I go to the studio and I freestyle on that beat that I freestyled on at the studio, or I literally just kind of change it up, get the freestyle, put it in my notes, and fix it and make it better.
And what would you do to make it better? For example,
let's say maybe right now what I've been doing a lot better is I find a lot in my last not my last tracks, but back in the past, the reason why my tracks weren't the best was because it didn't flow properly. It wasn't structured the best. So what I do now is I structure them better, make sure the syllables are proper, make sure everything's on beat, make sure everything, because when you're making music, you don't realize there's so much stuff that you can do just to make it that much sicker.
Yeah, the average person thinks it's just putting a pen to a paper, but it's not.
Exactly, it's not, man. It's mathematical.
It's much deeper than that.
Yeah, exactly.
And a lot of people don't say syllables. I'm surprised you said syllables, because a lot of people don't realize syllables are one of the most important things when you're writing bars. If the syllables don't match, you're likely gonna have an off flow on that one bar, and it's gonna just ruin the whole track.
Exactly, bro. But that's what I've been working on recently.
And you've been doing it for about 2 years, you said, recording. What was the first track you did?
The first track I recorded was called Change the Weather. It wasn't very good. It had that, but it just wasn't that, because it was right when I started, so I didn't understand the the stuff to put into it. But then the first track I dropped was called Poison, and for my first track, honestly, I rate it. I still listen to it to this day, and I learn from it. I learned what it's a good kind of show the progress and stuff on
Yeah. And what do you have planned now? You have an album or a project planned, or?
Yeah, I have an album I'm working on right now. I'm going to be dropping another 4 or 5 tracks within the next coming weeks. And then after that, I'm just in album mode. Even right now, I'm just kind of I tried to make an album before, but I just didn't focus on it enough. So right now I'm just going to you know, focus hard on the album and just make sure I get out a sick album.
You have a title for it yet, or
Yeah, it's called Paradise.
Paradise? What's the concept gonna be?
Well, basically, like, in my mind, I always have like you know how you have like dreams and everything that you want to like, you know, make come together.
Yeah.
In my mind, like, I have like a paradise, you know, like somewhere I want to go like eventually and just be, you know, with happiness, you know, and just be fully set and just whatever, you know. Paradise, honestly, the concept of it is whatever you want it to be, really, like your own paradise, you know.
Yeah. Okay. And so who would you say some of your inspirations are, like, in the mainstream, like, artists?
Definitely, definitely Schoolboy Q and Joey Badass. Like, they've always just been my top two since I heard my first Schoolboy Q track in 2011. Like, just always been my inspiration. Just cause like I don't even know. They go hard. They have really good lyricism. They just put together tracks so properly. Like they stapled their name in the rap game. Like it's awesome.
Yeah,
It's inspiring.
Schoolboy's one of my favorite on TDE. What's your favorite Schoolboy track?
Definitely Man of the Year or
That's a vibe.
have you ever heard Bet I Got Some Weed?
Yeah.
Bet I Got Some Weed. Yeah, that song goes crazy, honestly.
Yeah, those were like before his big albums and shit.
Exactly, yeah. So I only had listened to like I think it's called, what is it? Is it called Oxymoron? Is that the album? So I found that's the first album that I like found. And then I went back like in 2017 and I went and found a bunch of his old stuff. We've been listening like to all his old stuff for the past like 5 years, 6 years. Like, it's the replayability, I think, is what like gets to people, you know? Like, you need to, like, that's what I'm trying to do. Like, I'm always trying to find a way to make it replayable and just keep like the replayability is just there, you know?
Yeah, I know what you mean. And what about Joey Badass? What's your favorite track from Joey Badass?
Probably, I'd say Land of the Free, or I forget the other album, but I don't know. I don't remember. I haven't been listening to like a lot. I've been focusing on like music of mine, man. You know, so I haven't been able to sit down and like actually like I used to all the time, like when I was smoking like every day and stuff. Like, you know, just always had music up on the TV.
Yeah.
But I haven't been doing that as much, you know.
Yeah, and you said you have a top three. Who's the third artist?
Right now, the third always is like kind of interchangeable. Like at one point it was it had to be like I think like OGZ or something. But then right now it's Doobie. I don't know if you ever heard of Doobie.
Doesn't ring a bell. I'll have to check him out.
He's from Toronto. Sick guy, sick music.
Okay. And so in the city, who have you been working with so far?
I've worked with 24 Yarrow. I've worked with Zero with an X, and who else? I was working with my buddy from BC mostly recently, and then I also work with. I just made a track with Lofi. I met him recently, so you know I'm gonna definitely make some more tracks with him.
Did you guys record together at the studio?
No, he has his own studio, and I had already had this song called Roll the Dice already finished. So I told him like, yo, do you want to hop on this track? And he's like, sure. He hopped on it. Oh, it's gonna be a nice track. Like, we definitely
when
sound
are you
good.
dropping that?
That's gonna be a part of the album.
Oh, okay.
I have about I think 5 or 6 tracks lined up that I'm gonna be dropping. Like, I'm gonna let Pain, you know, go through. It's doing pretty well, like 15K on YouTube right now, and I think the Spotify is gonna drop like this week or something.
Okay.
And then I think I'll give that like another 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and then I'm gonna drop a couple singles.
Okay, and how many videos do you have?
I have 2 videos completely like out and ready and stuff. My first video was actually like it it didn't flop. It was just the song flopped. You know, it wasn't. It was back when I wasn't like I didn't understand the what goes into it. So I was watching it back and I'm like, you know, it's not gonna make any noise. You know.
Okay, and who shoots your videos?
Go Vision Studios.
Okay, and they're from Ottawa, I guess.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and trying to think. So like, what keeps you motivated to keep making music? It's tough. It's not an easy career path, man. So like, for anybody, like,
yeah,
so
honestly,
even the artists that are famous, it's still not easy a lot of the time. So like,
yeah, I
it
think
looks
that's
easy on the outside, but
exactly,
you
yeah.
know, like they don't know what goes on behind closed doors and shit.
So I think that's the main thing. Like people don't really like see or understand like how hard it is to actually just like put out music and like work hard on it, because like it's always that thing in the back of your head like, oh, you might not do it, you might not make it. But like what pushes me is honestly the people, like the people who hate, the people who try and bring me down but can't, the people who the supporters, like the people who are telling me like, yo, keep going, like this shit is hype. People telling me, like even my girl, like best, man. Like all of the supporters, even the haters, man. The haters help too, because
Yeah,
it makes me, like I don't do this because like, oh, I need some money. Oh, I want to be famous. No, I just do it because straight up, I like making music. Like if I didn't make music, I wouldn't be happy. So I do it for my happiness. I do it for me. And if I can help people while I'm there, like, make someone smile or make someone, bump to a track every once in a while. And I like making music that I haven't heard before, like something like, I've never heard before. Like every time I get on a track, I try and make sure that I'm like doing something that I've never done and doing something I've never heard of. That's always my goal. But it's hard, man. It's definitely hard. It's not easy.
yeah, it definitely is. I've been there. I know that. With the album, who do you have like producing on it?
Like the producers
Yeah, like beat
for the
makers.
beats, I have a couple like I just go on YouTube and I grab like licenses and stuff like that off of like YouTube. I have, I think, some guy named ADP. I just got a couple beats from him. Um, and I think there's a couple other guys. I could look for you, but my
It's all good. Have you reached out to any Ottawa producers?
I don't know many Ottawa producers. Like I know of them. Like I know Bromar is sick. Bromar goes crazy with beats.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah,
he'll be
no, I haven't.
he'll be on the show soon too.
That's sick. That's
But
sick.
yeah, Bromar's dope with it. I can link you to a few Ottawa producers, man.
Do it, man.
I
100%.
have a
I'd
lot
love
of
to work with
producers.
some Ottawa people.
Yeah, definitely have some producers I could link you to. And
Appreciate
yeah, no, for sure. And tell me about the track that you have out right now that we're gonna show at the end of the episode. Pain.
So Pain, honestly, Pain is my favorite track I've ever made. Like I don't care what anyone says. Like anyone can say anything. It's just honestly my favorite track. I put literally my heart into that track, like I do with every track. But this one, like I think you can just like hear it in me. Like I think it's just the most. For me, it's my favorite for like melody, favorite for like the vibe and the music video that Go Visions did. It puts it all together perfectly. So it's phenomenal. I
Yeah,
love it.
and how long did it take you to make the video?
Just a couple hours, like I think 2 or 3 hours. Took
Oh,
us.
okay.
It was at like a perfect time. The sun was setting. it was about to rain too. It's very like nice on the eyes, and it just looks very beautiful in the video.
Yeah.
And I got a Rolls Royce in it, so who else?
Yeah.
Who has not always got a Rolls?
Yeah. And when do you think your album's gonna come out?
I'm aiming for beginning of November, end of October.
Okay.
Because I want to do one end of the year, and then right at the beginning of the year, I want to push more, and drop another one at the beginning of the year, and then, fillers for the rest of the year, fillers, music videos, and then, that's a plan. And
okay. Yeah, man. I'll definitely link you to some producers, and when you have your album closer to the release date, we'll bring you back on the show to talk more about that. And for now, we'll cut it here. It was good having you on. Good meeting you.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it.
We're going to show the pain visuals at the end of the episode. So shout out to my sponsor, Bandanna Canada, for the hat out in Alberta. All my other sponsors, Mauvais, Garçons, Montreal, Town Brew, and damn, what's the new one? Shit. I think it's Rebel, if I'm not mistaken, out of Winnipeg. It's an indigenous company. But yeah, shout out to all of them. And yeah, it was good meeting you, my dude. And is that your cat back there?
Yeah, bro. That's a Miri, bruh. She lit.
Just popped out of nowhere to make a casual appearance.
Casual appearance of a Miri. Yo, I appreciate you having me on the show, bro.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, I'll have you back on again when your album comes closer.
Sick, man. Thank you very much.
Yeah, man. Good talking to you.
Good talking, bro.
All right, peace.
Baby singing that lullaby, don't wanna cry. Seen a tear coming from my dog's eye. Why there's so much pain, too many times in the rain. Man, just stay in your lane, be forced in your brain. No, I never need no perky, that's cause we're not in a hurry. So don't worry, got your over, she purring. Lots of dark thoughts, so you know my heart is hurting. Why so many reels burning? Yeah, I know I make mistakes, but I'm just learning. That tough talk, you don't concern me. I'm on my op block and I'm just turning. Spitting fire, yeah, I'm changing up the word. I'm retired and now I'm sober. Bad times really made my heart colder. Spin moves, gotta turn around. Never gonna stop even if the sun goes down. Baby singing that lullaby, don't wanna cry. Seen a tear coming from my dog's eye. Why there's so much pain, too many times in the rain. Man, just stay in your lane, be forced in your brain. No, I never need no perky, that's cause we're not in a hurry. So don't worry, got your over, she purring. Lots of dark thoughts, so you know my heart is hurting. I got the girl of your dreams and you're mad. Yeah, we play for teams, I got on the penny. You let her, they was the king of the city. You is not a threat, man, miss me with that pity. I was too busy, toting on some guns. Looks like y'all got some insufficient funds. I wasn't here to be loved, I'm the devil kid, so come and get your drugs. Too many mans be talking on some drums. Let's shut the up, you can take 4 to the lungs. Baby singing that lullaby, don't wanna cry. Seen a tear coming from my dog's eye. Why there's so much pain, too many times in the rain. Man, just stay in your lane, be forced in your brain. No, I never need no perky, that's cause we're not